All you gotta do is left foot on the brake, right foot on the gas, and
we are go.
See ya. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing something so cool. You can see the key in my hand. This is the B, and when we're done doing this new ECU Flash, you are going to be blown away on the performance. What is this vehicle? It is none other than the Bentley Bentayga. We are going to be doing the VR-tuned ECU Flash on this thing. It has the W12 Twin Turbo engine with 600 horsepower. I have never driven this vehicle, so this would be a great test to get a real world reaction on how this is before and after the ECU Flash. Let's check out the most important thing here, which is the power plant, the W12 engine. There it is in front of your face, the 6.0 liter twin turbo 12. That is the monster motor. So they leave no room for activities in this thing. It is jam-packed, but why do you in one of the most sophisticated SUVs? All you need to do is an ECU Flash right here with this, and that will gain tremendous power, and we are going to show you. Okay, we got the Bentley inside, and of course we've got to read out the ECU. The ECU can be read in a couple different ways. One, directly from the ECU on the front pins. You pull the ECU out, you send it to us, we do the flash. So easy, located right here on the top. Unplug and you're done. You can also do the flash via the OBD2 port. Now, most of the end user tools available will not work on this. We do have some tools that we can do the flashing here. So majority of you not here with us in Arizona will ship your ECU to us. But we've got that tool here, so we're going to show you how it's done OBD2. Very simple. All you got to do, plug in, start the program, read out the file. Once we have that file, then we just get it modified, changing parameters, boost, fuel, timing, torque limiters, etc. And then it's done. We send that out, flash it back to your vehicle, and then you're ready to go. So let's check out that process. All right, ECU's been read out, so now we're going to take it over to the dyno yonder, and we'll do our baseline test. So let's head over there. All right, Bentley's coming in. We've got it coming on our Mustang all-wheel drive dyno. Amazing day here in Arizona. It's actually only about 90 degrees right now, so let's get this thing pulled in. We'll strap it down, and then we'll do our runs. All right, we got the big Bentley strapped down. All 5,400 pounds is secure, and now it's time for us to get going on this baseline. All right, here we go, test number one. All right, we just did baseline number one. This thing is a monster, and this is still stock. It did 505 all-wheel horsepower and 634 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is an absolute monster stock. So again, we've got about 20% drivetrain loss on the Mustang all-wheel drive dyno. So stock 600, showing about 500. We're in the range, that's good. Let's do those 3 baseline runs, so we got 2 more to do to make sure we've got consistent numbers, and then we'll get to that tuned run. Our baseline tests are done just to have some pretty consistent results to go off of. Now, with the amount of power in here, I wasn't sure if I was going to get kicked down, so I kind of rolled into it the first 2, and then the final run, I kind of let it all go through the entire power curve. But as it heats up, we kind of lose some down low. So you can see that the blue line is torque, the red line is horsepower, the solid line is our last test, our run number 3 up there, and this dotted line is our run number 2, and the very small dotted line is our run 3. So we got about an average about, let's say, 565 all-wheel horsepower and about an average of around 700 foot-pounds of torque. That is insane for a stock vehicle. Very, very powerful. So now we've got that done. We're going to go ahead and get this thing tuned, and we will then run some after dynos. So let's get to the ECU flashing part. All right, now we're going to flash the tune file on the Bentley. So we got the computer set up. Same thing we did on the readout, same tool, go through the process. All we got to do is click and flash our new tune file that we've developed. So here goes the process to write the file. Usually flashing on a file this size takes about 5 minutes. Could be shorter, quicker, but you can see it is starting to flash. Part of the writing process is it erases memory blocks, then flashes the new portion to it. So you can see as it's going through the flashing, it is erasing and flashing new memory blocks. So that's kind of a behind the scenes on how ECU flashing works. Once that's done, all we got to do is cycle the ignition, start it up, and the brand new tune is on the Bentley. Okay, the ECU's been successfully flashed, so now we need to cycle the key on and off. Of course, the Bentley doesn't have a key, so we're going to go ahead and press the ignition button off. Make sure the screen goes back on okay. Back off, and we're going to start the car. Starts right up. We do have some warnings because of the traction control on the dyno, but revs up. Now we can do our after tests. All right, the ECU has been successfully flashed. Got everything in, ready to do the dyno runs. We only need to do one thing, is because we're driving this badass ship, we need to make a change. Captain Dan is ready to drive the Bentley. You need a captain's jacket when you have a VR tune, so let's do this. We're gonna do our first of 3 tuned runs, just like we did the baseline, so we can get a good average. Usually our first run is a little bit lower as the car is adjusting. We're gonna do our tests in 3rd gear, 2500 RPM to 5900 RPM. So traction control off, manual mode, here we go. Wow, run 1, this thing is definitely pulling hard. You can just feel it on the dyno. So much power from this W12. Let's see what we got. 554.1 horsepower, 666 foot-pounds of torque. So we are definitely up about 10% over stock. Let's give it another run. Here we go. All right, we just finished the tune runs and this thing made a tremendous amount of power. Let me show you what the graph looks like. All right, here we have the horsepower in red, foot-pounds of torque in blue. You can see the solid line is our tune run, the dotted line is our baseline run. We have huge gains going through our 4,200 RPMs. We are gaining almost 60 foot-pounds of torque over stock. This is massive, especially when you talk about moving this 5,400 pound vehicle. Horsepower, good gains throughout the entire RPM range. Up top here, we also see about 60 all-wheel horsepower. That is a tremendous difference. If you look at what we have for the correction factor, this vehicle is making 630 horsepower and almost 800 foot-pounds of torque. That is a night and day difference. Goodbye supercars. This thing is smoking. So now we've got numbers, we've got results. Let's take it for a drive. All right, you are on a test drive with the VRTuned W12 6.0 liter twin turbo. Stock horsepower 600, and now with the VRTuned, let me do some calculations, a lot more. When we have this thing running with the VRTuned ECU Flash, it is producing almost 800 foot-pounds of torque. That is almost 150 foot-pounds more than stock, which is just amazing. With all VRTuned ECU Flashes, how the vehicle drives is just as important as the numbers. You're gonna get better throttle response. You're gonna feel those turbos spool up a lot quicker. Everything is gonna be more responsive. Just a little punch and Jesus. We're gonna take this thing over to what I like to call the Vivid Racing Airstrip and do a little start 0 to 60 test, punch it, see how fast we go, and that'll give us kind of the first taste of the power increase that we've given the Bentley. There's not much more to say of this vehicle that when you're behind this ship, this thing rips. So let's give this thing a go. Battleships.
Stand by for mode 1, Charlie.
Engage.
Launch sequence engaged.
Starboard side. I don't know what any of those are, but all I know is that all you gotta do is right foot on the gas and
We are go.
see ya. That was 80 miles an hour like this. Unbelievable. This thing is so powerful. I cannot believe 800 foot-pounds of torque. That is unreal. I think we need to do this again. Let's hit it. This thing is stupid fast. I am certain to say that this has got to be one of the fastest SUVs I have ever driven. The best thing about it, it's still just a Bentley. It drives completely comfortable, is quiet. I can go to tree mode, snow mode, off-road mode, all of the modes, and still get every functionality out of the Bentley. Cruising to the gala or the theater, the Bentley SUV is now my favorite, and even that much more with the VRTuned ECU Flash. So now that we've done the ECU Flash, we've got some more mods in store for this Bentley. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you click the subscribe button and continue following our channel, because this is actually a Vivid Racing project car, and we've got a lot of cool things in store for this. So if you have any questions about this VRTuned ECU Flash or an ECU Flash for any vehicle, leave us a comment. Make sure you contact us at vividracing.com. Use the live chat, send us an email, whatever you need to do. We love talking to our subscribers and followers on all the channels. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this latest video of us doing the VRTuned ECU Flash. Such an awesome vehicle, had a great time. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. Stay tuned, we'll see you at the next one.